Hello reception, today I'm going to show you how to make egg cups. It's a really easy recipe using lots of healthy foods. But the first thing you're going to have to do is put your oven on to 180 degrees so that it can be warming up while we're prepping everything else. Remember, before we touch any of the food, we need to wash our hands. So make sure you're using some soap and wash your hands front to back. Here's all the things you're going to need to make your egg cups. You're going to need lots of eggs. I use garlic, herbs and some Chinese 5-spice, but you might like to use something else. I use fry light spray for when I'm putting them in the muffin tins, some crunchy celery, spring onions, sweet pepper, courgette, leafy spinach and tomatoes as my healthy vegetables. You'll want to use a whisk and a jug for when you're mixing your eggs together, and you'll need a chopping board and a knife for when you're cutting up the vegetables, but remember to have an adult to help you to do this. You'll also need a muffin tray for putting them into the oven. Now that I've washed my hands, I can start cutting up the vegetables. I'm going to start with the crunchy celery. Remember, when you're using the knife, you need to have an adult supervising and helping. When you're cutting, try and keep your fingers away from the edge not to get caught with the knife. And very carefully you can start chopping them into small pieces. Now that all the celery is chopped up, I've put it into a small bowl. You're going to use the knife to cut up some of your other vegetables too, but make sure you're being really careful. Next we're going to need 9 eggs. See if you can help me count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that all the eggs are cracked, I'm going to be putting all of the shells into the bin. Now you're going to use the whisk to mix up your eggs all together. Once you've whisked your eggs together, you're going to add some of the herbs and spices that you got out of your cupboard. I'm going to use the Chinese 5-spice and some Italian herbs. Oh, and some garlic. Then you can mix it all into the eggs together. Once they're all mixed together, you can put it aside and get your fry light spray. You're going to use this to spray in the muffin tin so that the egg cups don't stick when they're in the oven. Once you've sprayed all the muffin tray, you're going to add a little bit of egg into each cup. Be careful when you're pouring, not to let it spill out. You can see that I haven't filled them all the way up. They're only going to be half full. Then you're going to use a spoon and you're going to start adding some of the healthy veg that you chopped up earlier into each cup. Now that the cups are filled with some lovely healthy veg, you're going to top them up using the rest of your egg mixture. Again, be really careful not to spill any and ask for help if you're going to need it. When you're filling them this time, make sure that the egg fills them all the way up to the top. Now that the egg cups are ready to go into the oven, you're going to need to ask an adult to help you. Make sure you wear something on your hands to protect you from the heat. You'll want to pop them on the middle shelf and keep them in there for 15 minutes. You can use a timer to help you to remember when they'll... I've put on my timer to remind me to get them out the oven when they're ready. And in the meantime, I'm going to tidy up all the things that I was using to make the egg cups and put all the ingredients away. Time to stop the timer and check that our egg cups are ready. Remember to use your oven gloves when you're going to the oven and ask a parent to take them out for you. And let's see how they are. You're going to leave them on the top to cool down for a little while, and when they're cool and ready, you can take them out of the muffin tray. Now that the egg cups have cooled down, I carefully took them out of the muffin tray and put them in this bowl ready to share with my family. You might like to try and make these at home. If you do, you could upload a picture or a video to share with your teachers on Exa. Enjoy!